Hey, what's really going on? I have been trying to get on the internet for about 30 minutes. Contrary to that fact, I'm still a little late, but not necessarily because I'm in a time zone that is different from us, as we very well know. But I said 10 o'clock. What I meant was 10 o'clock my time. But the fact remains the same. I'm still a little late. And I am grown enough to admit my shortcomings. So that being said, look, check this out here. Today we have a show that I prepared last night because I wanted it to be well recognized that I realized who is the baddest mama jammy in boxing. Right? A lot of people have different views about that. You know what I mean? And I'm speaking about Torrance Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Torrance Bud Crawford, in my humble opinion, is one of the baddest boxers in the world. And I actually believe, because of his psychological mindset in the ring, that when before he prepares himself to go in the ring, right, he is psychologically at the moment believing that he is totally unbeatable. And me personally, I will believe the same. Now, I want to say that this particular show should be quite interesting based on the concept of the European boxers versus the American boxers, right? They are two different breeds, and I am here today to prove that fact, right? So I'm going to start with Torrance Bud Crawford. Torrance Bud Crawford is 36 years of age. He's 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. He's a southpaw, but he is actually ambidextrous, which means he can use both hands. He has power in both hands. He got a ability to switch off at any given time and be totally effective in doing so. So we should label Torrance Bud Crawford as ambidextrous. Now he actually um, uh, is noted as being left-handed, but I'm here to tell you that he's actually ambidextrous. And to a certain degree, I was ambidextrous, right? I could switch it with the bat, right? And I could also use my my left hand as good as my right to a certain degree, right? I mean, I wasn't as ambidextrous as Torrance Bud Crawford, but I was ambidextrous. Anyway, Bud is 41 wins, 31 by knockout. He's never lost. He's never been stopped and no draw. Now I want y'all to take particularly a careful interest in what I'm about to say to y'all, right? Maybe after you hear this, you'll start believing that Torrance Bud Crawford is actually um, the best boxer in the world, right? Torrance Bud Crawford is two times undefeated, junior welterweight and welterweight, 140 and 147. Currently, the WBC welterweight champion of the world, also the WBA junior middleweight champion of the world. The, the above is all the reason in the world why Bud is the noted pound for pound king in the world of boxing. Right now, y'all that seem to believe that um, Saul Canelo Alvarez is the uh, best boxer in the world. You know what I'm saying? He could beat Bud Crawford if they was to get in the ring. Uh, um, uh, uh, Saul Canelo Alvarez weighs more than Bud Crawford. Therefore, Bud Crawford would have to come up two weight divisions to engage Saul Canelo Alvarez. Now, the concept and the mindset is that wouldn't be a very good fight based on those facts that I just described. But let me say something about that, right? Now, a lot of boxing, which let me get my key on so I can get professional with this. No, I'm not gonna get this now. But the concept that everybody thrives on is that because of what I just stated, this wouldn't be a good fight. But I just want to say, for those that don't know absolutely doo-doo about boxing, that concept is crazy. A lot of boxing is associated with your psychology, right? How you engage a person in the ring uh, has a lot to do with your mental aptitude, with your psychological approach to where you how you gonna get in the ring and how you gonna fight this cat, right? Contrary to the fact that the issue would be two weight divisions out of Bud Crawford's weight class. But let me say this again. Bud Crawford is the type of boxer, right, that psychologically believes he believes this more than anybody in the world, and he has a right to believe that because he works in the gym. He works on his craft to such a degree. Well, I mean, he's totally capable of believing it. And as he continues to um, take down opponents, why shouldn't he believe that? And in my highly educated opinion, a lot of these dudes don't understand that a lot of George Bud Crawford's opponents, right, have been Europeans, right? Now, we don't really take particular notice of that because what the hell? He's a nobody. I ain't never seen him fight before. Nobody knows anything about him. The statistics don't say anything about him, but here's the deal. European fighters, European boxers are the best, toughest boxers in the world. And I said that to say this. The fights that Tom Bud Crawford had with Europeans, right? He either stopped them, right, or he just ran through them. All except Israel Madimov, right? Israel Madimov is a European, no, excuse me, he's from the Ukraine, right? Them dudes, them cats, them people in the Ukraine, look, man, know something about that before you take uh, 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 a discourse in regard to the European boxing. Know what those cats in the European countries go through to get to where they are, right? Let me say this. European boxers, again, are the toughest boxers in the world, right? Ask Bud Crawford. He ain't gonna perpetrate fraud and tell you no lie. Uh, let me say that. Let me see if I can. Ed, ed, edi, ed, Egadia, Edegis, Cavelli, Cavelli, Aska. Let's see one more time. Ed, Edegis, Cavelli, Kavaliauskas, right? Now, this dude, they don't say anything about this, is from Lithuania, right? Lithuania is a Baltic nation, right? Them people that live in those Baltic countries, you know what I'm saying, go through a lot to survive. I mean, they struggle to survive. And most of those Baltic countries is cold as heck. You know what I'm saying? And so whatever they do, be it boxing, uh, 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 um, um, in the business world, whatever they do, right? They take it to heart, right? Because this is their means of survival, right? So whereas um, these cats, these European boxers, right? They take their craft serious. I mean, I say that to say that these people that I mentioned now had been in the ring with Bud Crawford, right? Egadijas, Cavaliasca, Cavaliascus is a brute in the ring. Ask Bud Crawford. Actually, they fought, I think maybe in 2002, and he hurt Bud Crawford. After he hurt Bud Crawford, like I think it maybe the 10th round, um, Bud Crawford, in his psychology, took offense to being hurt by um, Cavaliascus, right? And went to work. I mean, you could see Bud Crawford switch another gear, right? He knew his opponent was mean and bad, right? So he stepped to him, right? All that working in the gym, all that psychological warfare that he is used to get through all of these wars in the ring, right, came into play. And you could see, man, pull that fight up and check it out. Pull Crawford, Charles Crawford versus Egidijus Cali, Kaliaskas, right? Look at that fight, right? And I guarantee you, coupled with the fact that I'm going to speak up on a couple of more European boxers that's been in the ring of Bud Crawford, right? That people don't take notice to, right? They just nobody as far as they concerned, as far as we concerned, they nobody, right? They ain't got no history of beating up on nobody, right? But the fact that remains that these are European boxers, man, and when they get in the ring, I don't care who it is, right? They come to box. They come to take a win. They ain't coming to take no losses, right? And I'm not saying that the American boxers do, but I'm just saying I don't believe that the European boxers, no, excuse me, the American boxers are dedicated to their craft like the European boxers. Now, Kaliaskas is 20. He was also during that fight. He's 36, 5'9" with a 71-inch arm reach. He was a right-handed. He has 24 wins, 19 by knockout. 2 losses, one was to Bud Crawford. He was stopped also by Bud Crawford, and he had 1 draw, right? Now, I say that in that fight, go back and watch it. Bud Crawford had a hard time with that cat, man, because that dude, he was totally in shape, right? And he knew what he was up against. So he, like Bud, went in there with that mindset. I'm gonna whoop Bud Crawford. And it was a tough fight. I believe it was one of the toughest fights Bud Crawford ever had. You feel me? So let me move on to somebody that Bud Crawford knocked out too. David Avanesian, right? David Avanesian is also a European boxer, right? He's from Russia. Do I need to go into the details and explain how tough and hard them cats are in Russia, right? Do I need to go into that? I mean, history entails that Russia is one of the most uh, toughest countries in the world, right? That's the mindset. You know what I mean? It's cold again. It's cold as hell in Russia, right? And you got to whatever you do, work, box, police. You got to put in some type of work to get to where you need to go in order to be successful in Russia. A Baltic state as well, right? So what I'm pointing is we don't take notice to these particular fights, right? And where these cats come from. You know what I'm saying? So I say this because Bud Crawford seems to run through all of them, and I say that to say this. That is because his mindset is where it needs to be, and his work ethic in the gym, right, working out, preparing himself, is where it needs to be. In my opinion, Bud Crawford is going to be hard to beat if he's to be beat, right? David Avanesian is 36, 5'8" with a 68.5 arm. He's a right-handed. He has 30 wins, 18 by knockout, 5 losses. He's been stopped 2 times and 1 draw. My point in making reference to David also is that he's a European. You know what I'm saying? And although Bud knocked him out, right? Let's be realistic. Bud has 31 knockouts in 41 fights, right? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these dudes is, I mean, they're not the type that you just get in the ring with, right? And keep it moving, right? You want to put in some work to as is the case with Bud Crawford to maintain that right? 41-0, right? Who is he chasing? He's chasing Floyd Mayweather Jr. And if you don't retire before he stopped whooping and knocking people out, he gonna surpass Floyd Mayweather Jr. Watch what I say. So check this out. He knocked out uh, David Alvenesia, right? Now, Torrance Bud Crawford's last fight was with Ismail Madrimov. Israel Madrimov is from where? The Ukraine. The Ukraine, the war-torn country of the Ukraine. Them people in the Ukraine are fighting a war machine. The country of Russia is a war machine. That's what they do. They eat and sleep war. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they prepare themselves for years and years and years to be victorious in wars. But they going up against a small country like the Ukraine, and the Ukrainian country is giving them hell. Why? Their mindset, the ability to believe that they can take on this giant and be successful. They believe that, as is the case with a mindset in the boxing ring, in the world of business, in the world of being a police officer. Whatever they do in that country, they are of the mindset that they're going to do whatever it takes to survive, as long as it is correct. These are honest people. They believe in what's right, right? The European people, right? They believe when they get in the ring that you're going to have a problem with me. And that has been the case. Israel Madrimov is 29. He's 5'9" with a 68.5-inch arm reach. He's a right-handed. He is currently ranked number 3 by the WBC and the WBA. He's 10 wins, 7 by knockout, 1 loss to Bud Crawford. Never been stopped, 1 draw, right? Again, European country. And as we noted in that particular fight of Bud Crawford had problems with Madrimov. I mean, because the European boxers, they come to do battle. Just like they had a war with Russia. When Madrimov got in the ring, he was in war. He was at war with Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford knew that. You know what I'm saying? Or he didn't know it at first, but he knew it once he got in the ring with Madrimov, and Madrimov started doing his thing, right? Madrimov had a tendency to erky jerk, right? Erky jerk. Erky jerking is when you stand before an opponent and you get up close and you move back. I mean, it's hard to detect his move, a herky jerker in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So it took 12 rounds. It was like the 10th and the 11th and the 12th round for Bud Crawford to make up enough points to win that fight, because Israel Madrimov intention was to beat Bud Crawford. Now, I keep saying this. I said this, I'll say it again. Bud Crawford has a mindset. He's unbeatable, and he's proven that through the people that he fights, such as these European fighters. Right now, all I'm doing is trying to make y'all understand the difference between a hardcore boxer and hardcore boxer versus a boxer. You know what I'm saying? There's a distinction, and I hope I've said enough in this podcast for y'all to understand that. With that being said, man, hit that subscription button, hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section, and let me know whether y'all think that there's a distinction between the European boxer and the American boxer, and share my videos with your friends and relatives, and hit that bell icon so you'll know when I'm dropping the next video. And I think I need to make mention that I'm starting to learn the continuity of these what do they call them? Thumbnails, right? Those are some of the things that you people seem to be attracted to, that gets you to go to a good channel versus not going at all. And in my case, it's not going at all, but that's okay. I ain't mad at you, because you're not going to stop me from doing what I love to do, but by not participating, right? But there will come a time, because I got confidence in me, that you will make me the number one podcast in the world. That being said, y'all, I got to go. Later.